Yo, what is up, my fiends? Welcome back. As you can see by my hand, we got some motherfucking PREDAPLANTs and possibly Lair of Darkness today. Definitely Lair of Darkness today. Yes, I will be putting that in the video title. We're watching this cash player go hard into an Arise Hard board to not play under Nib. This is going to be some master level gameplay of me. And of course, they're saving their normal summon for Fossil Dyna. And this is going to be some gameplay of me, testing out PREDAPLANT and Master, just seeing how it feels. Anyway, no more floodgates. Let's get rid of that. And my plan here is to PREDAPLANT, bait the pendulum summon. They're going to fall for the bait, instantly banish that. I'm like, okay. Well, I got Fallen of Albaz, send Harpies because I'm not going to need that. Got Mirror Jade, attack, pass. You know what I mean? Like a hard Mirror Jade. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? They're playing Kashtira. Sword Soul. What in the fucking Master 5 spicery is going on here? Anyway, I don't want you to use that token, bud. So yes, this board does have Mirror Jade and a PREDAPLANT Triantas on here, but stop asking questions. And yeah, we open maxing this one. That might play a role in this. But who cares? Branded, 60 card branded. I'd rather that happen than them. Clearly, I mean, one of these are grass for sure, right? That's just how it goes. This one was still really funny, though, because my opponent still had a lot to go into this. Like, Albion, still no joke. They still got two sets. I'm sure one of them is banishment, right? Or the other one that negates. Anyway, I'm like, surprise, motherfucker. I got a little branded package in here, too. So he thought he was clever. They thought they were clever. Going to go into to use Fallen of Albaz effect to snipe my shit so they could get their own Mirror Jade. And surprise, motherfucker, I got a super poly for that. I also discarded Crossout, which I could have also have used instead. It wasn't the good play. It was a funnier play. I could have just cross-outed my own Fallen of Albaz and negated his, and that might have made him surrender. But no, we're going to super poly, because that's kind of the point of this deck, right? Super poly.deck. Into Lubellion. Thanks, pal. Let me get rid of that extra super poly, just to let them know I had it, but I didn't need to use it, just to let them know. Because you also, by the way, you can't use Albion as future material, so you can't super poly it. But, last card in hands, triple tactics into the Lubellion. You know what's going on here. I think that was game on board. What do you guys think? Alright, so we got a Madolche gameplay here. This is a little interesting. Maxi. It's only fair, right? So I instantly fall for this. I think I should have waited because now my triple tactics isn't live, which I noticed was an issue because I might have been able to OTK them, and I don't think that would have been as much of an issue. You know what I mean? Like, I easily could have put on another 2K on board if I had access to search my branded fusion or my Predator practice. So I just set up follow-up for the next play. But I do have my own Maxi that they are forced to play into. Welcome to Master Duel, bitch. But yeah, the point of these, I don't think I'm going to show you guys a deck list. I don't think it's ready. I'm pretty much just experimenting with shit in Master. And as you can see, people are, in Master 5 specifically, are pretty quick to surrender. So this is going to be a very, very short video. This one was a hilarious one. You guys know me, especially if I'm playing a going second deck. I usually don't like showing them building their board. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different one. Never mind. I'm thinking one I think I probably deleted. So this is them not realizing their XZ's locked. I mean, they clearly. I was like, what are they fucking doing? They're going to all this just so they can make a Time Thief clearly, right, and an Arise Heart. Because what the fuck, you can't fusion, bro. Like, what do you think is gonna happen here? So yeah, I'm like, they are both dark monsters, so there is that as well. Thanks. I got rid of that mash change. I wasn't going to do anything here, so let's also just get rid of that back row. I don't care what you could search at this point. I just don't want you to have that field up. Banish that. So they prevent my own Magnamute. Good thing I have a Druis Worm still. I could have saved it because I did this here. This was a mistake. In my brain, I thought I was going to game the attack. No, this is just the copy of the effect. So I did not need to do this. I did not need to activate that to trigger their Haveness in hand. I straight up did not need to do that. And they milled more that were more misses. Like, well, I guess they have the shufflers in there actually. That is like a little bit scary, but it could be worse. Anyway, nothing like your opponent locking themselves into Xyz and Master. I think this is a Master 4 gameplay. Okay, so what could we do going first? Our opponent made us go first, so I immediately thought, oh, it's Mikanko, right? Oh, surely it's not Numeron. If it's Numeron, I think I'm still fine if they get that 5th summon in there with like the normal summon. But it's Sidra. I'm like, oh shit. Oops, I hit the mic there. I'm like, oh shit. You know, I think they play under the mirror, right? Like, I think, I think they don't kill me. I'm pretty sure they don't kill me. As you see here, I'm experimenting with Predator practice. You usually don't want to open this, but it's usually just a thrust target. And there are usually enough PREDAPLANTs in hand to trigger that. Anyway, get nibbed, dipshit, before they could go into their, negate their infinity. They're going to do this. They opt to take one from me, which is interesting, because I thought if they would have drew 2 more, they surely could have OTK'd me. Surely they could have kept playing through that and just ruined my life. And also, they shuffled back the wrong one. They shuffled back my Triantis. If I top deck into a PREDAPLANT, it is literally over. And I do. So my opponent is about to get punished hard. Maxi, I don't think they run nib, so I'm not like super worried. Search into my tactics. I'm going to discard the second nib that I had. Search out. That's right, Branded Fusion. Also could have super poly, but I didn't want to have to discard anything. And they kind of got the idea after I took their own Cyber Dragon that they're about to get reverse OTK'd. All right, we got part 2 over here of our little Lair Darkness grind. We know what I'm going to use very soon. It's Mathmech. Yada, yada, yada. They don't have a response. Oh, yes. The fucking Sakitama or whatever was very interesting, but, yes, every combo deck ever. Let me just plan B, plan Baguska. So I don't even feel that bad about maxing. I just decide to Garura and, pass. I'm like, well, let's hope, I get one hell of a draw from the Garura, right? And Baguska is insane in Mathmech because they could just keep playing and linking off. Because, again, they're link monsters. They don't have defense. They can't be switched to defense. Therefore, they're unaffected by Baguska. So, there's nothing I could do, right? This looks really hopeless for your protagonist over here. And they're clearly going to go into an access code talker line. Like, yeah. Now they're going to pop my shit. They pop Garura. Well, let's see what I draw for Garura. Oh my god. Remember when I said the single best draw? Yeah, we back in this game, man. Nice board. Nice deck, idiot. Fucking moron. You could have popped any other card. Why'd you pop the Garura? That's a Lair of Darkness one in my book. Okay, this person made me go first, so this should be a red flag, right? I'm just Arima for Lair. I'm like, this is all I could do. Let me just try drawing one, see if I could get anything else. Maxi, all right, we take that. That was worth the 1-for-1 trade with Arima, and I still get a token back. So this is probably Mikanko. Yep. See them instantly tribute the token. All right. Unfortunately, because they tributed, they still get a free token. But I don't know if they just bricked or what there. If they have all fucking kaijus in their hand. But here I'm just like, well, let me just Verte, I guess. See what they have. If they have anything. Ambulomelides. Into Predator practice. What did I fuck up here? Oh, I fucked up just going into Ambulomelides. I've used Verte. I literally don't know why I did the Verte line there. This is stupid as fuck. I did not need to do that. But that's okay. We have Nib and Maxi, so surely we won't get punished, yeah? Maxi, no response. Let's go. All right, we back in this game. Because Ambulomelides is actually like a massive thing I was doing on purpose. That's such low attack, you know what I'm saying? And there they triple attack to send back the Predator practice, which I guess. I don't think that matters too much. But the cool thing was with a Bestial being able to banish the Darling Tonio Cobra. Now that gets shuffled back in my deck, so now it's live again if I'm ever able to bring it out, which is pretty helpful with Lair of Darkness up, right? So I could totally grab a Super Poly, Branded Fusion, whatever, right? Here I'm just going to try to tribute my own guy. They're going to take that. That's fine with me. I'm like, okay, now that's even less defense or whatever to run into. And now the only thing they could run into is my Ambulum Elites, unless they revive one of the things in my grave. Which they're going to try to do, which they'll be met with another Maxi. Which doesn't matter too much besides this Predap, right? Into, oh my god, here's another fucking top deck. For those of you, again, who don't know, this is the combo, man. Lair Darkness with Kaiser Glider. Quick effect tribute for cost for the special summon. Nice deck, idiot, and get rid of all the equips that came with it. Oh, and my Druid's Worm got sent to the grave off of that? I forgot about that part. Nice. Get rid of both of your dumbass Mikankos. And before I sent them, I grabbed, I made this go to 0 just in case. I mean, it didn't matter because if they did bring out another Mikanko during the battle phase, they would have attacked into Lava Golem for sure, right? And that probably would have been game, right? Because I would have took 1,000 here like I do. There's nothing I could do to stop that. However, I'm fine with it. I think I could probably kill him this turn. I'm able to bring the Verte back to my deck. And here I just Triffy over him. And I grab... Oh yeah, is this already game? I was like, wait, I could have kept going. I literally could have kept going, but I was worried about them having nib. So, GG, motherfucker. Fuck Mikanko. Mikanko could eat dick. And, I don't know. Lick my sack. Alright, here's a Maxi going against Tear. You guys might think Maxi's broken. Well, so is this fucking card. This card shouldn't be in the game, and the entire deck shouldn't be in the game. Fuck Tear. So, anyway, they added a card to their hand. We get a nice little draw, too. Oh, my goodness. This was what was truly busted. And Tear can play under Maxi. They don't care. But this guy's a fucking moron anyway, except right for a patchwork. They instantly crime that. I'm like, dude, what? If you saw my hand... and then here they're going to try to negate. I'm going to dodge that negate and tribute this. Yes, I could have tribute theirs, but I think that would have triggered their Kid Kolos effect because it would have left by card. Well, is it effect? I guess that's... Oh, I guess it's cost. Yeah, I'm a moron. I should have just... Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I figured, I was like, oh, I'm still chilling here, right? Like, I have Branded Fusion... I was like, oh, and I completely forgot about their fucking shuffler. I'm like, oh, so I'm not going to get, you know, Mirror Jade. So I don't think I'm going to be able to OTK. I'm going to put on a lot of damage on board. Nani? So I knew they were playing 60 tier. I didn't think they were playing Labrynth tier. I did not see this coming at all. I don't know why they would bounce the Kid Kolos. Okay, they popped my Super Pollen hand. That's a little frustrating. That would have been pretty good against this. However, I don't have another card for any, regardless, so... I don't think it was long for this world. And I have a bunch of cards in attack position, but they don't have that many bodies, right? They just get rid of the Darling Antonio Cobra and Mud Dragon, which was smart on their part for once because it prevents them from targeting my monsters. Maxi's okay. So I couldn't chain it here because of Lovely, which is unfortunate. And I just decided, well, they bounce one to hand, which is really funny. It triggers fire attackers. So let me just draw two. And I just get rid of the Maxi. No point in the Maxi right now. I want to keep these other two because I could thrust now into Branded Fusion. This was not the move, actually. You'll see why. Because you could only fusion, right, with Branded Fusion. And I see a Chaos Angel line that I want to use. That was also a mistake. I should tribute it over the Arias. Because if... Well, I guess that's how I wanted to do it. I wanted to banish a Lovely from grave. Whatever. Because I knew they were big welcomed or whatever. So now I'm able to banish Arias. And with Magnamoot, I'm able to grab back the Kaiser Glider from grave. And I'm just going to be kind of playing the control-oriented route. Now, again, I have another shot at tributing one of their things for cost. I shouldn't have grabbed the Branded Fusion. Should just grab like a regular Poly or a Super Poly just in case. But you'll see here, it's not going to matter too much. They have Snow, and they realize, oh, Chaos Angel's unaffected. It was made with light and dark. GG, motherfucker. Like, G fucking jizzle. And then they tried to draw one, which a huge mistake. If you're playing, I don't know why they would try to gamble to draw one in their 60-card deck. But, all right, dude. I'm not going to complain. Again, Tear, like my sack, suck my dick from the back. I don't care. All right, so we have some... quicker ones, I guess, to go through. And you might be wondering, you saw them add the Diabell Star, you're gonna Maxi. I was like, I didn't want to shotgun the Maxi because of how bad my hand was. They easily could have just like passed. I felt like they maybe would have summoned once, but I didn't see the barricade board blocker going through into the Auroradon. This is where I'm like, oh, now I have to maxi. And they chain their fucking emergency, so they get rid of the turbulence in hand. I'm like, okay, dude, that's kind of fucking weird. I draw one, which is a pretty decent draw. So maxi did and didn't matter in this instance, right? Stopped them from doing extra broken ass shit with Auroradon. So I don't know. I guess that's fine. I don't feel too bad about using that. Now I get both of my Bystials out here. I'm going to add Diabolos for either Super Poly target or just Polymerization into Chimera, which is probably the move because with Polymerization and Grave, Chimera Guardian Chimera is untargetable. So let me just pop and send shit. And because I have Druid Swarm, I'm able to send their Turbulence. Now they can't use any of their traps. They couldn't use them regardless because they all target. But now I'm just able to pop 2. I always get rid of the rest. As a rule of thumb, I always get rid of the field spell because it's incredible in the grind game. So if you get rid of their grind game, I typically don't know how many they might run in this deck. I think it is just 1 to 2. And here they need the Rescue Ace Hydrant back, but I think they realize, what? Why game bug? I can't use any of my traps, because I think one of them stops you from being able to attack, but it targets. And then they scoop, because that is literally game. They cannot beat over Guardian Chimera or do anything to Guardian Chimera with Polymerization in the grave. That was fucking hilarious. Imagine only if I had Lair of Darkness cards. And I don't know if they use a monster effect, but I could have also grabbed out Thrust as well and start doing Branded Fusion plays. So, all right, we're going against some type of cash nonsense. All right, not going to use my Rescue Ace stuff. I think I finally put it in here because I was like, maybe I do just want a deep draw. As you'll see, there's another Lair variant that I have where this is very, very good in there. It's okay in here. I've been kind of experimenting with it because, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is all like Master 5 gameplay. So the stakes aren't as high, but it's still like fairly competitive, and you see an interesting array of decks. And this is from last season. Now I think the season restarted and I haven't really been able to play much, but yeah, let me slow it down here. So the typical Harima into Lair, right? That's a pretty standard combo. This is the ultimate Lair of Darkness combo. This is why we do the PREDAPLANT Super Poly deck. Because they let this Lair go. I forgot what they had set there. I guess they couldn't use Fenrir. They might have had something to get rid of my field spell. And they instantly fucking scoop. So I assume they didn't have Solemn Judgment there. So G-Jizzle. That was a quick one. Because you know what? That's Lair of Darkness, baby. That's literally why I play Lair of Darkness in 2024. It is superpoly.deck. And past the Super Poly, it's got a really good grind game. And it has some decent synergy with Bystials, PREDAPLANTs, even a little bit of branded package. So speaking of which, let's get right into the deck list since you guys have been begging on your knees, daddy please, bars. So ask and you shall receive. Okay, this is the deck list now. It's changed a little bit from, I guess, maybe 4 or 5 months ago when I made the last one. Now we have 3 Orpheus Scorpio, so that's pretty fun. Again, 1 Darlingtonia Cobra, and then I started to put into Bufolicola. I felt like this is pretty cool. As well as 1 Triantis, because again, these are in weird ways they could really unbreak your hands, kind of like a regular poly does, which is why I threw in the Frightware Patchwork. And actually, when you don't draw both, it's pretty good. And even in one of the games you saw, I just hard drew Polymerization, just made a hard Guardian Chimera, and like that was really fucking good because untargetable 3300 pop 2 draw whatever is really fucking good. Our board breakers are pretty much the same. Are going second cards. Again, this is going second deck. I think I took out evenly because that's kind of obvious. You pretty much do want OTK. Talents is a really good pick now because like everybody always has a response to something of yours, whether it be the Branded Fusion itself, the Thrust, the Fright for Patchwork, your Bufolicola, etc., or your Biblis. So. And Biblis, I went down to 2 because I don't want to rely too much on this as a normal summon. It's more of like a discard target or a fusion target, right? So you could search something out, or a super poly discard because it's really good on that. And then, like I mentioned, well, Maxi's pretty obvious. You guys saw the Rescue Ace cards. So that's kind of like the you draw mindset. I'm only running 2 instead of 3 Impulse right now. It's just just to see. Its levels don't really work with our deck, I feel like, for Chaos Angel, but it could be fine with if we just make a Guardian Chimera out of it too, which could be an argument to run even more polymerizations, which sounds kind of whack, but like I was running 3 Bufolicula, but you don't always necessarily want to run 3. And I took out the Practice because you don't want too many things that lock into fusion, as you guys saw. Sometimes it's nice to be able to have a Verte option always at the end, or a Chaos Angel on top of your fusion plays. Branded Fusion obviously makes sense. If you're going to do the branded plays, stick with that, but you know. And I went down to 1 Fallen Albaz. I finally have not been drawing into them like that, so that was pretty cool. Just be able to use him as a fusion, target, but it's still really good. Going second, you could force an interaction out of your opponent quite easily. And the Arima, Lair Darkness, pretty much searches out Lair Darkness, and we know Diabolos, the boss, the Lord of Lair, the legend, and then synergizes with our Bestial package and Magnamut and Druisworm. These are pretty straightforward, but Magnamut can search any of the dragons that we have here, including Fall of Albaz, or Diabolos, or Kaiser Glider, which is the last of our Lair kind of synergistic cards. Pretty much the last main deck card to talk about here. Besides, I guess, Edge and Chain, that's just part of the Fright for Patchwork. You could run another one, it doesn't fucking matter. Also, yeah, these guys search out the fire attackers you guys saw in the replay to draw 2, discard 1. So, like a graceful charity kind of thing. Really good for deep draw stuff. I'll put up another video, Lair of Darkness, like I was saying, that this is better in. So that's the main deck. The extra, I just do 1 Ambulomelides. I don't go into this one too often, but it's still worth running at 1 because it is like a really powerful card. Another way to get the Darlingtonia Cobra out of your deck if they usually have some type of interruption or for Scorpio. Like, there's so many things that could interrupt this, right? Between all the hand traps and just monster negates in general. But Mud Dragon, super poly target, amazing. Actually, really good in this deck because it's a level 4, and you can make it a level 4 light or dark if you need to finish off that Chaos Angel. So it's really good. Same thing with Garura, it's a 6. So if you already have a 4 in the field, this is really good to go into Chaos Angel because you draw 1. And again, just amazing super poly target. Same thing with Starving Venom. They just need 2, but cannot have tokens. So remember that, guys. Although, as you guys saw, Dragostapelia, or I would not, excuse me, Triffier Overtum does not need, could use tokens, right? Dragostapelia is not really so much of a super poly target as it is just a Verte or Branded Fusion target. It's actually really easy. Somebody might negate or get rid of Fall of Albaz, right? So you might not be able to go into Ice Jade, but from Albion or Lubellion, you go into PREDAPLANT, which is still like pretty good in a simplified game state. You guys saw Guardian Chimera. I would honestly almost think about running 2. Maybe you could even run Chimera, what do you call it, fusion package or whatever. I was experimenting with that in the last video you guys saw. I don't know if it would necessarily work here, but I am totally open to running more of this and more polymerizations. It's just like a really good fucking card, and it could unbrick your hand really easily on top of like the hand traps that we have, like Nib. Greedy Venom, just a target if you have Diabolos or something else you want to fusion with that's a higher level card. Triantis counts as well. And it's just like a really good boss card. I mean, you don't need it. I think honestly you could get rid of this one to go 2 Guardian Chimera or 2 of something else in here. And you might not even need 2 Albion. But yeah, 1 Relinquish Anima is fine. 1 Verte, you can only have 1. You need Verte. And then the 1 Chaos Angel, like I mentioned, you don't want more than 1. This isn't a synchro deck, and you typically lock yourself out of synchroning. So that was as quick as I could try to make it. A couple minutes or less. Yeah, please let me know if you guys have any suggestions, if you want to add anything to it, if you think I should take anything out. Please copy this, please use this, please improve on this. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And for all of you who have subscribed, despite me being so fucking busy right now, it's a really busy point in my life right now. So I appreciate you guys still watching these videos, and the 200 sub special will be coming out soon. I haven't had 200 subs for a while now, but it'll be coming out. Stay fiended, motherfuckers.